Following the president's initiative, which started last year, to ensure 100% transition to secondary school for KCPE candidates, this year marks the second cohort, and the government is committed to ensure this project bears fruits after 4 years, sentiments expressed by Ambassador Mina Mohammed, Education Cabinet Secretary.
The 2018 KCPE candidates constitute the second cohort of students to be admitted to secondary schools under the government policy of 100% transition, spearheaded by His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta. The key objective of the 100% transition policy is to ensure improved access, improved retention, and the completion of secondary school education by all our learners. In line with the President's directive for full transition, the Ministry this year will place 1,032,334 candidates in secondary schools. This number excludes refugees, it excludes adult learners, it excludes absentee candidates, it excludes private candidates above the age of 18, it also excludes inmates who sat for the exams in prison.
Cognizant of the fact that 100% transition comes with its unique challenges, Ambassador Amina said in an effort for the government to ensure retention, it continues to support free-day secondary school education, and even for boarding schools, parents will only pay the boarding fees.
To enforce equity within the schooling system and avert the effects of poverty on access to education, the government unveiled the free-day secondary education financing 100% tuition in day secondary schools. We have set aside funds to expand existing infrastructure in schools to accommodate the rising number of students transitioning from primary to secondary schools. Under this program, all learners in public day schools receive 22,244 shillings per annum. Parents and guardians whose children are enrolled in public boarding schools are only required to top up fees for boarding facilities. Ahead of the school opening next year, the Ministry has released a circular articulating how the free day secondary education funds will be disbursed to schools.
On the critical issue of teenage pregnancy that was brought to fore during the national examination, Ambassador Mina went on to direct principals to accommodate the young mothers and ensure they stay in school and complete their studies.
I call upon principals and head teachers to enhance support services to help young mothers focus on learning and minimize destructive practices. I particularly wish to highlight the re-entry policy, which must guide school principals and head teachers to admit, accommodate, and support returning students. Further, I'm directing education officials in all our counties to map out the 2018 KCPE candidates who became mothers in the course of the year and make special arrangements for them to transition to Form 1.
With the launch finally done, Form 1s are expected to join school by 7th January and latest 11th January 2019. Among those joining national schools are 31,337, extra county 128,838, county schools 148,215, sub-county schools 722,318, and special schools 1,606. The top girl in KCPE will join Kenya High School, while the top boy will join Alliance High School.
Selection exercise for the 2018 candidates